Hello YouTubians, welcome back to another Doctor Spice 10 YouTube video, and today is a console video. Not the 10th Doctor's TARDIS console, unfortunately, not today. But I have been working on 10th Doctor's TARDIS, but I'll be showing my progress in the next video. But today's video is about my custom TARDIS. Now I can call it that because I have two TARDIS consoles, so yeah. So this is a console tour. There's been a few changes on the console, especially on the levers, which I'll get to soon. Anyways, stick around. Feel free to like and subscribe, and also check out my other social media such as DotSpicer10 and my two other TARDIS account. Well, my TARDIS account and my TikTok page. The Doctor's TARDIS 10 on Instagram, and the Real 10th Doctor on TikTok. And as for Instagram, it's DotSpicer10. Anyways, so starting off this panel, this is basically your keyboard. I want to glue this down actually because it's doing my head in just flapping around in the wind. And you got these things which are supposed to be like hard drive motors or something. I don't know, I got bored and stuck these on when I first built the console. Well, first few weeks of building the console anyways. Got the binoculars, which again is a nod to the 10th Doctor's TARDIS console. It does function, but unfortunately they are worn down, so they're just stuck there for a bit of referencing. And again, up here you just got your number thing here, which doesn't light up or anything, but nice to get that to light up, but I won't be able to do that. And of course you've got your buttons, your wibbly lever, which is a broken joystick. Moving to this panel, that should be plugged into there actually, but it is turned off. That's supposed to make it look like the actual scanner and sound system for the console. This switch does what was the tocylphane lights, which does still work. And you got this one, which is for the combustion engine down below, but unfortunately I need batteries. And then of course this one is for the thermostat / alarm. Here you've got an old bike brake cable, an old bike brake, which, you know, I stuck on there as like one of the levers. It does do something, we'll show you soon. Down here is an indicator light which needs gluing back together. We have an FM radio which is solar powered. I've got two of these, but this one's a knackered one. And of course I've got this, which is to make it look like it's plugged into the tablet, you know, to give it that function. And down here is an Omnitrix light thing from an old Ben 10 watch that I had. Then of course you got some Gallifreyan symbols on the console, Companion and Alonzi. This panel has changed slightly. The motors are gone because they're on the 10th Doctor's TARDIS for the hard drive motors. This still moves up and down. This is like a fuse box thing, which is actually a three-way switch type system. An old calculator from the days of school. And this switch here activates these lights around the console. So you got a red one there, the green and blue lights there, the light there, and of course this activates this, which is actually a spare TARDIS prop for the 10th Doctor's TARDIS. It came with a pack of 8, so I put one on this console, which lights that up, which looks really good. And if I press this switch down here, it'll knock those lights off but leave this on, which is pretty cool. So I can turn those back on and off if I wanted to. So yeah, and here is like a communicator box thing, which is a liftable thing. I'm thinking of putting a hole in the panel here to like some sort of circuit board thing to do some patchwork on. And then on this panel you got more wibbly levers, a cable, a gauge, which is from an old bike pump, and you got these tiny things. But yeah, then you got my name in Gallifreyan, which is Drew. And of course you got the circuit board here, this thing which makes no sense. Then of course you got this, which is actually a marble that's been hot glued into place with an LED behind it, which is to reference the paperweight in the 10th Doctor's TARDIS. This is a shields indicator which needs repairing because I think the batteries are dead, unfortunately, because it used to flash on and off. But that's something I'm not worried about. You got this thing here, which I don't know what it does. It's there for looks really. Then of course you've got this thing here, which I'm thinking of putting a little Gallifreyan squiggle on. And then of course you've got another one of those washing machine things, which is basically not a washing machine, a dishwasher wheel thing for the trolleys. There's like, and then of course you've got another meter there which doesn't spin, which I want to wire up to a motor, because there is a button on here that doesn't do anything. I don't want to wire it up so it'll spin in circles, so I can change the voltage of the console. You've got another calculator down here which does work, only slightly. You've got an on-off switch for the skirting board lighting to give it the atmospheric lighting, and of course you've got the lighting up there, but it doesn't work the top ones, it only works that one. The demat levers I've repaired last night. Basically they've kept being temperamental, and I've sorted them, so you push these down and it makes the demat, the time rotor go, well, not up and down but flash. And of course basically this acts as an on-off switch, this one acts as like the two-way switch, and the remote's underneath, and these are like hot wired to the remote like I did with the 10th Doctor's TARDIS. And of course you've got another thing here with a key on the end which does nothing. Then here you've got another switch which is actually wired up this time to something else, which if you look down there, it's wired up to a radio, which means I can listen to music inside the TARDIS. Pretty cool, right? This one does the monitor, as we all know. You've got a bell for the materialization, another calculator, an old Wi-Fi router, spinny things from the dishwasher, connecting bits. And this does the lighting up here and on the marble. So yeah, then up here is the water speakers which goes into the tablet, and of course underneath there is a laser system which will project lasers onto the ceiling. And then this is just a random piece, just there for looks really. And I do have an emergency backup light which is up there, so if I want to do an exhibition mode I can, but I'm not going to, because I never really do a Doctor Who exhibition in my room. I have rearranged my room, so watch out for that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and of course subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alonzi.